Question 3 says simplify 0.012 times 0.00009 divided by 0.06. This is ordinary form and they want the answer in standard form. Looking at the options. Now what we're going to do, since we're allowed to use the calculator, is we'll use our calculator to multiply 0.012 times 0.0009. The result we get, we now divide it by 0.06. So with our calculator, 0.012 times 0.00009 is 0.0000108 divided by 0.06. With our calculator, the numerator, that's the value on top, divided by this will give us 0.00018. This number is less than 1 and we have to convert it to standard form. Looking at the option, we should know that D should be our answer because it is the only option with 1 and 8, like 18 here, and the decimal has come in between 1 and 8, that's behind the first real digit from 1 to 9. So we're stopping here. Move the decimal from this point to this point. We move first step 1, 2, we are moving in between the digits, so 3, 4, 5. We move 5 steps to get the decimal from in between these zeros to the back of the first real digit, which is 1. So we have it as 1.8 times 10 raised to power minus 5. Since we're moving from the left to the right, it's going to carry a negative. Our answer is therefore D. Let's assume we're not allowed to use the calculator to solve this question. We can still solve it either way. Now we have 0.012 times 0.4 zeros, then the 9 over 0.06. It's best we convert this beyond the standard form. That means we have to make it whole numbers. Like this 12 should be an whole number. What I'm simply trying to say is we're not just converting it to standard form to aid our division and multiplication. We're converting it beyond that, which is the decimal here. We move it behind the 2, so we have 12 times 10 raised to power minus 3. Since we move 3 steps from the left to the right and we go to the 9, we move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We move it behind the 9, which is 5 steps, that's 9 times 10 raised to power minus 5 over, since we moved it from the left to the right, it comes with a negative. Then we have 0.06, we move it 1 and 2, that's 6 times 10 raised to power minus 2. Since we're moving from the left to the right, since they are all multiplying themselves, we can rearrange as 12 times 9 times 10 raised to power minus 3 times 10 raised to power minus 5 over 6 times 10 raised to power minus 2. Now we can see 6 here, 1, 6 in 12, that's 2. We've done this, then 6 is off. We've worked on the whole numbers. Then we have the tens with powers. So we have 2 times 9, 2 times 9 is 18 times 10 raised to power minus 3 times 10 raised to power minus 5 over 10 raised to power minus 2. We are done with this, and this is now in indices form, where both of them are 10. We can pick one of the 10s, and since they are linked by multiplication, it turns into addition after taking one 10, meaning we have 18 times 10 raised to power minus 3 plus minus 5 in bracket, because this multiplication sign changed to addition at the power level. Then this 5 still has its minus over 10 raised to power minus 2. We can then say 18 times 10 raised to power minus 3. We have positive and negative. We resolve it into one. Positive and a negative, two different signs. It turns to negative 5 over 10 raised to power minus 2. We have it as 18 times 10 raised to power minus 3 minus 5. You are owing 3, you are owing 5, you'll be owing more, so you're owing 8. That's minus 8 over 10 raised to power minus 2. You move back into this, you're owing 3 and you're owing 5. In total, let's say you're owing 3 oranges, you're owing 5 oranges. In total, you're owing 8 oranges. That's why we have this. Now, this is 18 times 10 raised to power 8 divided by 10 raised to power minus 2. This is because This 18 times 10 raised to power minus 8 is linked to this denominator by this division sign, so we can change it into plain math where we'll bring division up, and since it's multiplication, it's allowed that we can divide this by this, so we have it as 18 times 10 raised to power minus 8. At this point where we are grouping them together, division turns into subtraction, minus 2, because this 2 has its own minus and this division has turned into this minus. So we have it as 18 times 10 raised to power minus 8, two same signs, negative and negative gives positive 2, will give you 18 times 10 raised to power minus 8 plus 2. You are owing 8 and you have 2. By the time you pay back, you still be owing, because you owe more than you have. You'll be owing 6, so it's going to be minus 6. Since the answer is wanted in standard form, we can't leave an answer in this form. For this 18, since it's a whole number, the decimal is outside, so we'll move the decimal back in. And we're moving it from the right to the left. It's going to be 1.8 times 10 raised to power 1 times 10 raised to power minus 6. We've converted this 18 into 1.8 times 10 raised to power 1. Then this 10 raised to power minus 6 is still here. Then we resolve this into 1. And since they have the same base or the same number and they are linked by multiplication, we can have it as 1.8 times 10 raised to power 1 plus minus 6. Here this multiplication sign turns into addition, like from indices. Then you still have a minus 6, and you can still put this in brackets if you like. You have 1.8 times 10 raised to power 1, then two different signs, positive and a negative. The outcome is always negative 6. We'll go down to the last part. 1.8 times 10 raised to power, this 1 means plus 1 minus 6. This 6 owns this minus, and this 1 owns a plus, though it's not written, it is hidden. And when it's hidden, it has a plus. And you should learn one thing in math: the positive or the negative sign in front of a number is owned by that number. This 6 owns this minus, and this 1 has a plus. So it's like you're having 1, you're owing 6. You're owing 6, you're having 1. You owe more than you have. That means you still owe at the end of the day, because what you have can't repay all what you owe. It will just only repay 1 out of the 6 you're owing. Let's say you owe 6 oranges, you have 1. By the time you pay 1 from the 6 you're owing, you still be owing 5. So your answer is raised to power minus 5. Like the first method with the calculator, the answer is still same: 1.8 times 10 raised to power minus 5. So our answer is still the same: 1.8 times 10 raised to power minus 5.